been over 6 months since I started using YouTube Music as my default music service. Now, we've already gone over on the channel how to use YouTube Music as well as compare it to music streaming services like Spotify. So in this video, I'm going to take you through what it's been like to use the service, my critiques of it, the top features, some of the issues and downsides that we've run into while using it, and then ultimately I'll give you my recommendation on whether or not you should use YouTube Music. So let's dive in, and first up, let's talk about the music available on YouTube Music. This service just has a huge catalog of music thanks to its ability to leverage music uploaded directly to YouTube. This is especially important if you like to listen to artists who aren't as much in the mainstream, or depending on what country you're listening from, you might find more of your local artists on YouTube Music than on rival streaming services. Now, I listen to mostly mainstream music, so think Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran, Lady Gaga, The Weeknd, Ben Platt, etc. So for someone in my use case, I've had no issues at all finding the music that I want to listen to on the service. However, let's say you've downloaded music or you own other music that you just can't find on YouTube Music. Well, thankfully, YouTube Music has a feature that allows you to upload your own music to the service. You simply drag your music files to any surface on music.youtube.com from a computer, or you can click on your profile picture on YouTube Music and select Upload Music from the menu. Music formats that are accepted include FLAC, M4A, MP3, OGG, and WMA. You can upload up to 100,000 songs to your YouTube Music library, and you can play uploaded songs in the background ad-free and offline even if you don't currently subscribe to YouTube Music Premium. YouTube Music Premium for me is a must when it comes to YouTube Music. Now, I've long been sold on the benefits of music streaming services. With the amount of new music I listen to per month versus the old way of having to pay per song, a streaming service just makes a lot more sense. With YouTube Music Premium, you get an ad-free experience, the ability to listen to music in the background on your device, and you can download music onto various devices. YouTube Music can also automatically download your most listened to music so you have it on your device while on the go, and it'll even create a downloaded mixtape for you automatically, which I use quite a bit when driving out in the country with poor cell reception. Now for me, the best part about YouTube Music Premium is that it's included in YouTube Premium. YouTube's subscription service that gets rid of ads on YouTube, allows you to play YouTube videos in the background on your devices, and lets you download YouTube videos for offline viewing, perfect for when you're traveling. So for $2 more a month at $11.99 US, you get YouTube Music Premium included with a YouTube Premium subscription. It's one of the most underrated deals in tech right now and is a strong incentive that originally got me to subscribe to YouTube Music. Now, while YouTube Premium is a great deal and all, YouTube Music actually needs to be somewhat competitive against services like Spotify in order for me to keep subscribing. And in general, while it doesn't have everything that Spotify has, it has enough to keep me subscribed, mainly with its algorithms and auto-generated playlists. The YouTube Music algorithm is quite good. I mainly use Siri and the Google Assistant to control YouTube Music, and when I tell either assistant to play some specific music on YouTube Music, I find that YouTube Music does a good job at playing a mix of music that I like to listen to, have been listening to recently, as well as new songs and artists that match some of the things I already like, which is the predominant way I've discovered new things to listen to on the service. Even when you play a new song you've never heard before, after that song ends, YouTube Music does a good job of mixing similar types of songs to play in the Up Next section. The UI of YouTube Music, for the most part, I think is pretty well designed. It's easy to navigate, and one thing I really like are the quick picks sections scattered throughout the UI. When you select a quick pick, it'll kick off an auto-generated playlist based off the song you selected, and it's something I've used more and more over the past 6 months. It's just a really great way to start playing music, and it's easy to select a song for a vibe that you may want to feel in a particular moment. The UI when you select a song to play is also quite nice. I especially love what they did with the iPad app, highlighting the album artwork in a large part of the left-hand side of the screen with music controls underneath and the Up Next section on the right. It makes it easy to see what YouTube Music is planning to play next, and it's incredibly easy to drag the tracks around to change their order. If you don't want a song to play in the Up Next playlist, you just swipe it to the left to remove it. And while your music is playing in the background, if you find another track in YouTube Music you want to play next, all you have to do is click the three dots next to that song and select Play Next, and boom, that song will play next. Another thing I really like about YouTube Music's UI is the thumbs up and thumbs down feature. It's a UI element borrowed directly from YouTube, and I think it's universal and a simple way to say whether or not you like or dislike a particular song. When you give a song a thumbs up, it will automatically be added to your thumbs up playlist, and YouTube will notice that you like the song and will try and play more songs like it. Playlists are another area of YouTube Music that have improved significantly since I started using the service. One of the things that I think gives Spotify an advantage over YouTube Music in our original comparison video between the two was Spotify's auto-generated playlists for different listening modes based on various artists that you like to listen to. Well, now YouTube Music has implemented the exact same concept called personalized mixes, and I've seen up to 6 or 7 mixes in my library that are updated regularly based on my listening groups. Having these, for me at least, made switching back to Spotify less enticing. They're especially great if you have a specific mood of music that you want to listen to. YouTube Music has also added more playlists in other areas, like a top charts playlist in the Explore section of the app, which shows you the current position of songs as well as if they're trending up or down on the charts. Playlists are also really easy to share with friends and family. It's just as easy as sharing a YouTube video or YouTube playlist. There's also now a 2020 year in review playlist for me, highlighting my most listened to songs of the year. Another thing I love about YouTube Music is how well it's integrated with the Google Assistant. It works well with Google's own first-party speakers and soon will have just as good of an integration with Siri on the iPhone, allowing you to finally set it as the default music service Siri will play from, though it's unclear whether that'll also apply to Apple's HomePod speakers as well. The Google Assistant with its YouTube Music integration is also smart enough to be able to recognize a song just based off part of that song's lyric, perfect for scenarios where you don't know the name of a song. So here's an example. Play I'm Doing Good, I'm on Some New by Taylor Swift.
Sure, the one from YouTube Music, playing in Josh's bedroom speakers.
Another great Google Assistant integration with YouTube Music, though not exclusive to YouTube Music, is when you play a song through YouTube Music on a Google Assistant speaker and you want to give it a thumbs up like you would in the app. Well, to do that, all you have to do is tell the Google Assistant, hey, I like this song.
Alright, I noted that you like this.
And now that song has been given a thumbs up. Alright, so those are all of the things that I like about YouTube Music that have made an impact on me while I've used this service over the past 6 months. But now let's take a look at some of the downsides of using YouTube Music. The first downside for a certain part of the population out there is, unlike with Google Play Music, you can't purchase music through YouTube Music. Now, it's clear that the industry is moving on from the pay-per-song model, and personally, I have no interest in ever purchasing music again. However, that doesn't mean that there still isn't a small audience out there that was used to purchasing music through Google Play Music that is going to feel let down by YouTube Music's lack of this feature. The next downside is, even if you select the toggle on YouTube Music settings not to allow music video versions of songs to play, on occasion the service will still do just that, which is kind of annoying. Next, the desktop app, which isn't a native app like Spotify's but a Chrome app, and that's kind of let down with certain features like casting music. You have to click the 3 dots at the top of the app to cast, and the experience just isn't as well polished as the mobile version of the app. You can't control speaker group volume with assistant displays. Another downside I found is when I was cleaning up my library and trying to remove a bunch of albums that I didn't want anymore that were from my high school years. There's no way to bulk delete uploads. You have to go in and one by one delete albums, which, depending on how large your music catalog is, can be tedious. The last downside to cover is music playback quality. This is a bummer, especially for fans of high quality music, because YouTube Music's streaming quality is slightly lower than Spotify's at 256 kilobytes per second AAC. And it's way lower than the quality you can stream with Amazon Music Unlimited or Tidal, which both have tracks that are CD quality and above. Generally, in blind tests where I play 10 tracks from YouTube Music and Amazon Music Unlimited in their HD form and mix them all up so I don't know which track I'm listening to is from which service, I cannot tell a difference between the YouTube Music version of a track and the Amazon Music Unlimited version of a track generally. Like, I just completely guess wrong almost all of the time. Sometimes the YouTube Music version sounds better, and I think that one's the higher quality one, and it's not. With YouTube Music sound quality, I am a bit torn, because obviously, based on my own blind tests, the YouTube Music quality is fine for me, and I don't think a lot of other people are going to be able to notice a difference either. Though at the same time, I'd still like to see YouTube Music match what Amazon and Tidal are doing, because I simply don't like the feeling that the music we're all listening to is technically still worse than CD quality. Alright, so those are all of my thoughts on the downsides to using YouTube Music. Now let's talk recommendations. Do I recommend using YouTube Music? Yes. I think there's enough there to satisfy all types of music listeners. I've been pretty happy with the design of the app. There's not too much clutter, the algorithms and auto-generated playlists are good, and I think the YouTube Premium subscription makes YouTube Music really compelling. That's definitely one of the main reasons I'm sticking with it. YouTube Music Premium costs $9.99 per month here in the US, and for $2 a month more, you can get YouTube Premium. Both services offer special pricing for students and families, so definitely check out the YouTube website as well as YouTube Music's website to learn more. I hope you found this video helpful and informative, and if you did and liked it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button below and subscribe to the channel to see more 6 months later reviews like this one. Well, that's gonna do it for me. For 6 months later, I'm Josh Tedder. Thanks for watching.